Let me know when y'all good. How's everybody doing? I'm community advocate Anthony Beckford. Been a community advocate for a while now. As y'all know, on November 9th, there was a hate crime incident here at the Q train station. An older black woman by the name of Miss Washington. She was attacked. She was held down, attacked, also stabbed. You know, at nighttime here, basically in the stairwell of the train station. And it's being downplayed, you know, by the NYPD, and you know, we're demanding for there to be justice. We're demanding for her attacker to be brought to justice. We're demanding to basically have answers of why it took so long for there to be a response. Why has this been kept on being swept underneath the rug? And what are the next step of actions that are going to be taking place from the NYPD, you know, from the city itself, and also from the MTA? You know, there's video footage that they have, but nothing has been released. You know, we've been hearing incidents of everything else that's been going on in other communities, but yet when it comes to our community, there's nothing that's being exposed about the hate crimes that actually occur within our communities. Just a few weeks ago, you know, we had the incident with Teresa Klein, you know, and Jeremiah, you know, where 911 was used, you know, basically to attack him, you know, as a weapon to attack him. And these are the frequent actions that occur to us in our community, and especially within the black community. You know, we're demanding for it to be changed. We're demanding for there to be justice. Because at the end of the day, you know, you're not going to dismiss us. You're not going to wipe what goes on to us underneath the rug. You're not going to basically make it seem like everything is all right when it's not all right. You know, next we'll have Imani Henry with Equality for Flatbush. You know, also have Kezia Bernard, who is the woman who actually recorded the video of that night. What's
the first name? You said Miss Washington.
Anne-Marie Washington.
Anne-Marie Washington.
Her name is Anne-Marie Washington. And
do you know the spelling? Do you know the spelling?
ANNMARIE Washington.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Right, so you recorded the video?
Yeah, so when I got out of the train that night, I heard a lot of yelling, and I thought someone was fighting. When I got upstairs, I saw Anne. She was like doubled over, trying to catch her breath. And she was crying, she was confused. And then I immediately pulled out my phone and started asking the person who actually saw it. This was another woman. She saw the actual event happen. She was walking behind them in the train station, and she saw him run up to her, start hitting her. No one knew she got stabbed as yet, because I think she was in shock. And so she ran the man away. The other woman ran him away and then helped Anne upstairs. It took forever for the cops to come. It took forever for the ambulance to come. When the cops finally came, the first thing that they said was that it was an attempted robbery, even though the man did not attempt to steal anything from her. He called her racial slurs while he was hitting her and the other women who tried to run him away. Yeah.
Spell your name, your first name.
Kezia, K-E-Z-I-A, Bernard, B-E-R-N-A-R-D-N-A-U.
Now the police are saying that she refused medical attention.
She did not refuse medical attention. She got into the ambulance and they checked her out and they said that she was okay. I was right there when they did it, because then I leaned into the ambulance to ask her for her number. I got her number, and then I called her when she got home, and when she got home and took off her clothes, she said, "I didn't even realize he stabbed me." But she didn't realize how bad the wound was. She thought it was just like a scrape until she got up in the morning and her daughter realized something happened, rushed her to the hospital. Then they said her lungs collapsed and she got surgery, and they put in a tube in her lungs. So she's in the hospital right now.
So what do you make of this?
What do I make of this? This is absolutely outrageous. This man waited for her to be alone on the platform. She was one of the last people getting off the train. He waited for her to be alone and he attacked her, and this is something that's going to keep happening. And the fact that the video isn't out right now, that is completely insane. This man is still out there. The next person is going to take for someone to die for us to get serious about catching him. We're lucky that she was okay. We're lucky. Thank God. She's someone's mother. She has 2 children. You know, she's not just some random face. She's this older West Indian woman who's just coming home from work, minding her own business, and she was attacked on the train.
And so she's in the hospital. You know what hospital she's in?
I would rather not say on.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Next, I'm going to bring up Imani Henry from Equality for Flatbush.
So we want to stand in solidarity with the Washington family. We do see this as a hate crime. On November 3rd, we called a march against gentrification and white supremacy here in Flatbush because of numerous situations that have gone on over the last 4 years. That we have seen an increase in violent behavior towards particularly black residents in this neighborhood, and that people are now marching. People are saying that when we see gentrification, we see more police in our neighborhoods, but they're there specifically to police us. The occupation that happens to our neighborhood is in a complete disproportionate, say, to a neighborhood like Park Slope. There's actually a decrease in police in Park Slope. But in our neighborhood, and we're not calling for more police, we're actually calling for the police to do their job and catch this racist. That's what they should have done. That the tape needs to be released, that this woman needs justice, and the understanding that we are not criminals in our neighborhood. What the truth is the matter is that we have an influx of more white supremacist people in our community. We've been fighting bloggers, we have a whole investigation of a Facebook page right now that was set up by gentrifiers. We have folks like Teresa Klein in our neighborhood who come in and weaponize the police against 9-year-olds. And what we're saying at this point in time is that white supremacy is happening. We look at gentrification as white supremacy because they're not making blacker or browner neighborhoods. They're making more white, more affluent neighborhoods, and then you see more influx of people that want to hurt black people. There was a whole, again with the sister that was murdered on the BART, Nina. There's a whole thing of black women telling their children to mass up against other black people to be safe on the trains. And we don't want to see another incident where another black person is attacked on the subway by a white supremacist.
Okay, and so as far as you know, you're positive that the MTA has video of
yes.
So what do you know about what the MTA?
That's exactly what they said to us when we asked them if there's cameras downstairs where it actually happened, because it happened right when she was coming up the stairs. They said there's no cameras in the staircase, but there's cameras upstairs that could have captured him going down in the staircase, that they can come in and identify who the man is. They confirmed, the MTA worker and the cops confirmed that there's cameras that should be able to identify the man. So we want to know where those videos are.
If this had happened to, if this was a white resident, if this was a white resident,
the white woman.
Thank you so much. If this was a white resident, a new gentrifier to this neighborhood, there would be swarms of cops here. We would have information. There would be all kinds of video produced. When Saeed Vassal was shot by the NYPD, there was video everywhere. There was 911 calls. Everything happened. But when it is a black person who is attacked by a white racist, there isn't anything. There's no videotape. It's a crime. That it's a burglary. It's an attempted robbery. It's not a hate crime. And that's what we're saying. This was a crime of hate against a black woman, against a white supremacist, by a white supremacist, and we want justice for her.
Exactly, and that's the thing. They have to stop downplaying what's going on. You know, because what's going on in our community is very serious. You know, we're not going out there and saying that, you know, these things are occurring just because we want to say it occurs. Hate is in our community, and the more that we have gentrification, like Imani say, in our community, that hate keeps on coming in further and further and further. You know, I spoke to many community residents who said this would not have happened 5-6 years ago. But it is reality now. The more that we have this pure movement of gentrification coming into the communities, the more that we have people staying silent about what's going on in our communities, this is what's going to occur again and again. But here's what I tell the people of the community. Let's not just stand there and watch it happen. If the police will not help police our community against what the attacks against black people in our communities, then it's time for us as black people in our communities to start policing our own communities and stopping these hate crimes from happening out here. Enough is enough. We're sick and tired of it. We're not relying on no system to do what they gotta do, because the police are here quick to catch a person hopping over the turnstile. But they will not be here to catch a white supremacist attacking an elderly black woman. That is disgusting. And that has to be brought to the attention of the people. Because the fact that they initially tried to say that it was an attempted robbery, the only thing that was trying to be robbed was her life as a black woman. And then they said it was an assault. But if I assaulted a white woman out here, it would be considered a hate crime. If I go into Midwood area and assault somebody out there, it's considered anti-Semitic and a hate crime. Let's call hate crimes what it is when it comes to our community. Let's call hate crimes what it is from what we go through every single day in our communities. And it's going to stop, and it's going to stop today.
And what was the guy yelling as far as you guys know, or what you heard?
Do you want me to say the actual?
I mean, you could just say expletive.
He said he was calling her a black bitch. Wow, he called her that, and he called the women that he was like, you black bitch, you black bitch. He just kept saying it over and over and over and over again.
And we definitely have permission to use your video. We have permission to use your video.
Yes, you do.
How do you want to be courtesy?
What does that mean?
Your
So
name.
essentially, when